We're coming here for a meat party. Yay! Organized by Jeff Taste. It's a great party. Come on in and enjoy it. Jeffrey. Hello. Sure.
Fran,
come on in.
Go get your brother. You want to
Is that the victim?
Oh my God.
Is that the guy? Hey, Jeff.
I mean, Joe.
Welcome home.
Joe.
That's good. I started with nothing. There's a whole family here, I guess. All the meat eaters. The cannibals we all are. Yay for me. Jeffy. Well, we'll start the tour. When are you going to start this tour?
I'm ecstatic. Well, it's whenever Frank decides to start.
All right. We just walked up there.
Okay. Thank you for coming to the Queen's Love first party.
Got wine going on.
See what happens.
The guys are behind there. Oh, who's this? Miss Pinelli.
That's my daughter.
Hi, daughter. How are you? I'm Joe.
Hi, Joe. Nice
How are you?
Hi, Jeff.
Jeff. Jeff organized all the stuff here, and everybody's happy. Look at them all. Come on the corner.
Thanks for that.
Okay.
Oh, having a
Pinelli,
good
my
time.
husband, he was the founder of this butcher.
Oh, really? Well, you have seen Ottomanelli'S for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were three brothers.
Ah, okay.
They started in the city.
Right, yeah.
63rd Street and First Avenue.
That's on 104 Lexington Avenue.
Oh, yeah?
Manhattan, yeah. She was born in Maryland. He's far away.
I was born in Italy.
Oh, you were born in That's my mother and father.
They run it right across the street, which can't get any fresher than that. That's why it's made if we do 100, if we run out, we do another 100. So it's always continuously flowing. There's nothing there for a day, 2 days, 3 days like a supermarket. It's constantly, being made. We do all the different flavors. We have about 8 or 9 of them. We all do them here, and we have a few that we just make here, like turkey cranberry apple. We use all Bell & Evans poultry for our chicken veggie burgers. I mean, like I said, we make burgers that nobody else has, and we make them fresh, and that's number one. So after we get done with this, which is called, this is a neck. It looks like this. And, I mean, you can't get any better. Prime has that flavor that you're looking for. Remember when you used to eat a steak back in the days? Yeah, here's the stamp.
When it's prime, it always has to have the USDA stamp.
It has to have the stamp. And it also has to have the yield on it. Because we have a secret recipe for a certain amount of fat to a certain amount of meat. That's another one of our secrets, which I can't tell you because then I have to lock the door and you can't leave.
Does it made in China? Does that say made in China?
That's Canarsie. You got it upside down.
That's a good man. That's almost China.
Almost close, right? But you can see it has the prime stamp. That's, And I'll show you something else. I mean, here's the meat board. It shows you all the cuts that you can get from this piece of meat.
Let's go down and show them what you can get out of it.
First of all, you would get the chuck. See how this piece, look at this one. See right here? All of this, look at that. That's it there exactly. And then after you bone it out, you get this. This is this piece right here. Then you get chuck fillet. Then you get the top blade steak, other known as the chicken steak, which a lot of people get confused. They go, we didn't know chickens had steaks, But this is a big thing lately. This became popular about a year or two ago. It's called the Western steak. It was popular in the restaurants.
Flat iron steak.
Right, a Western steak, a flat iron steak. Well, different names. But it goes to show you that to be a butcher is like being a surgeon. You have to know where to start, where it ends, what piece becomes what, how to trim it, how to seam it, where to take like a nerve out or, something. It's like a surgeon. That's why there's no more butchers left. Supermarket, if you want to call them butchers, not really. Everything comes in a box for them. We don't use boxed meat. All our meat is fresh hanging meat.
We used to go to 14th Street Market when it was a meat packing district, when there was 150 meat houses down there during the day. Now there's only about 5. So we go to Brooklyn Market, we go to Hunts Point Market, we go to the meat packing Marabella. It's my brother Michael Ottomanelli.
How you doing?
And I'm
nice
Frank
to meet
Ottomanelli.
Everybody.
Okay, that's why I just want to tell you a little bit of history about Ottomanelli. In 1932, the first Ottomanelli store was opened on 1st Avenue, 64th Street, Manhattan. In 2008, when the economy wasn't doing so well, It was doing a lot worse supposedly than it is now. There was some street fair organizers outside, and they said, why don't you participate in the street fair this year? So we said, let's think about it. So there was some construction workers down the block. They were building a house. And I said, after you finish your work, why don't you come over to our butcher shop and build us a booth, because we're going to participate in the street fair tomorrow. So what we did was, we built a little booth. We had about 50 hamburgers prepared, and we had a little George Foreman grill. As a matter of fact, that was the grill right there.
And 50 hamburgers lasted about 10 minutes.
Yeah,
we went through 2,000 hamburgers.
Grill from the hardware store, and we managed to get 800 hamburgers a day. But the next time we did it, we sold 1,500. Then it went to 2,500. This past Labor Day weekend, we sold 4,000 hamburgers. It's 5 hours in front of our butcher shop. And in 3 years, participating in this street fair, we sold 18,000 hamburgers in front of our butcher shop.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm not good. I hope you don't mind me filming you. You're okay. You'll be on YouTube. Some more people here. What is perfect? You're perfect.
Oh yeah, we love pork.
7 o'clock. Butcher shop. And we're getting an education on meat. Lots of good meat. Back there. You got education back here on
I'll
meat.
show you that. Yeah, I will. Here's the prime stamp. Now, if you do that, anybody fools around, this can only be done by the United States Department of Agriculture. They have graders that go to college to learn how to grade meat. This is the best rib you could get. This is a prime rib, and I'll show you why. You know, everybody heard of marbling and, you know, all that. Well, look at the marble on this. Look at the size of the eye. You cannot get a better steak. When people say prime rib, today it's just something, a word of mouth. This is real prime rib. Not something you get in the supermarket, and even a lot of other butcher shops that say, oh yeah, we got prime rib.
And this is not aged 21 days. It's just
not yet. It just came in.
We only sell that for another 21 days.
Now I'm going to show you where we get it over here. Here's the rib. That's this right here. And you can see by the eye how it's shaped.
This is the section of the cow.
Right. It starts right up here on the top. And here's the first cut. There's two parts to the rib. There's a first cut, there's a center cut, and then there's a second cut. Here's the first cut, here's the second cut, and then you take the bone out and you make club steaks. A club steak and a ribeye steak are the same steak, just they have two different names. See how it goes down? And then out of the bottom, you get beef spare ribs. You can't go wrong with this meat at all. To a butcher, this is the best meat you could get. People say filet mignon. Okay, there are people that love filet mignon. Doesn't have the taste. This is the meat that has the taste. Why? It has the correct coating of fat. It has the marbling. And, I mean, you just look at that. Touch this. You can just touch it and feel how tender it is. That thing's only going to get better with age. You know, and talk about age. When you age a piece of meat, the reason why you do that, okay, the molecules in the meat, they start to break down. And when it breaks down, some of the moisture comes out and it intensifies the flavor. The more you age it, we found out that 21 days is the perfect time for an aged piece of meat. You get the perfect combination of flavor, tenderness.
That's breaking down the molecules in the meat. That's what dry aging does.
That's what dry aging does.
My brother Mike's going to talk to you about the prime aged short loin now, and where it comes from, and what makes our short loin more special.
Everything he just told you, the same thing for the short loin. 21 days, minimum, even longer, comes right from here. There's the loin right there. There's the loin. Then you go down here, it's filet mignon and shell steak. See, this is the shell steak.
That also has two sides. You
Here's
have
the
a
fillet,
porterhouse.
Here's the shell. Here's your porterhouse, here's your shell. This is it. The shell steaks here.
And T-bones come like about 3/4 of the way down.
T-bones when you have less on the fillet. Porterhouse is when you have all the filet mignon.
For me, where's the shell steak again?
That would be at the end.
Yeah, this is the whole. This is the end here.
Like about from here on.
This is the shell steak here. This is the loin. Okay, there's the rib. There's the loin. There's the chuck. 1, 2, 3. You have the shell steak. You have the T-bone. It has less filet mignon. Less filet mignon than the.
Here's your shell that you just had.
Oh, okay.
That's where it is. Why it's
Mine
called,
is the filet mignon.
Why it's called the shell? Because it shelters the filet mignon. Once you remove the filet mignon and you take off this, what they call a chine bone, it becomes a shell.
more fillet.
Right, once the fillet is out, and then of course, you know, fillet, that's how you get that big piece of
And these
fillet.
are steaks for two. That's another thing. When you buy it for steaks for two.
And that's also prime.
Again, USDA prime stamp on it. You see, it has a stamp on it. That's how you know it's really good. It's prime, and look, you could tell by the marbleization of the meat too.
There's not. I don't think there's that many people in Queens that handle prime meat. You know, whoever is very selective too, because there's not enough to go around. So whoever has it is very fortunate. And there's not too many people who are as fortunate as us. You know, but,
Being in the business so long, the Ottomanelli family has a lot of buying power. The wholesalers, farms, and everything call them up first. Hey, I got a certain amount of this, it's prime, I know that's what you're looking for. Okay, we'll take it all.
Because we have these stores in Manhattan, we got Union Turnpike, you know, so putting all our stores together, you know, we can buy a lot of meat.
And my refrigerator, all that kind of stuff.
But this is like a steak. If a person wants his cut for two, you get a cut for two too, a shell steak. You get it cut, but you have to cut it like a London broil. When you slice it, you got to slice it like a London broil. You cut it thick, and you slice it like a London broil. Okay, when you get the porterhouse, you got the best way to eat it. You cut out the filet mignon, you start slicing it the filet mignon. Then you get to the shell steak, which you separate it from the bone, and you slice it like a London broil. That's the right way to eat steak. You're not supposed to cut up like beef stew, you know, like chunks, because you'll be forever chewing it. The right way to do it, you slice it like a London broil, and it's more chewable that way. And you can appreciate the meat when you eat it, okay? Because sometimes, you know, if you cut meat the wrong way, you're there forever chewing. Not even if it's prime,
It was cut against the grain.
your jaw hurts. It's like eating a pizza slice.
prime rib here.
And when you slice meat, you should always slice it with the grain, not, you know, like you have to go the right way. You know when you slice it, it should be nice and shiny and smooth. If you slice it the wrong way, it just looks dull, it looks very stringy. So that's how you know you slice it wrong. I'll show you when you come here to buy meat. I'll show you how to cut it the right way.
This is the host with the mostest. This is Jeff.